Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
Hey everybody, welcome. It is the Christian and Daniel Show. How's everybody doing? You might notice something missing. Christian is not feeling well today, so he is going to take the night off. So in lieu of that, we brought back one of our favorite people, Gabe. Gabe is back.
Hey.
Hi, Gabe.
Hi, hold on. Alexa, turn on kitchen. My lighting went out right when the show came on. Alexa, turn on kitchen.
And my kitchen just went on too, so
There we go.
we have the same light. For everybody watching, this is the Christian and Daniel Show. We want to welcome you to the show. Everybody on Facebook, thank you for joining us. Please join in the conversations. For all of our friends on LinkedIn, if you don't mind sharing this, you can also join in the conversation. Our friends on YouTube, of course, be part of the conversation. But if you don't mind scrolling down a little bit, subscribing to the show, and liking this episode, that helps us a whole lot. And if you're on Twitter, if you don't mind retweeting this, and I have it on my phone, so I'm watching to see if anybody's on Twitter. If you want to be a part of the conversation, I will read it. But we are excited. And Christian, babe, I hope you feel better. We'll see you back next week. But we're so excited that the game was ready. How does it feel to not have a life and be able to do this on the spot?
Well, I have a life. I was playing Call of Duty. I mean,
Oh, well, of course.
I'm important there, I'm in charge. No, I have a life. What are you talking about? You're the one with 17 podcasts.
I'm a hound for attention. I like, if one place won't pay attention to me, I'm like, I'm going to my other show. I'm leaving you guys.
Yeah, you start pulling cards for people and then look at me. Oh, this is about you though. Remember, folks, it's about you. Look at me, but it's about you. Remember that.
Tell me how right I am. Tell me how good I am. Your life sucks, but tell me how great I am. Not really, thank you. I text Gabe and I'm like, are you busy? Like, I don't want to cancel the show. He jumped in and I'm like, where are you? He's like, in 4 minutes? I'm like, yeah, we moved the show. Hello. Welcome to the new address. For everybody watching, yes, we moved from 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 6 p.m. earlier for all of our friends in the East Coast, so you folks can join us and watch the show. So,
yeah, and I won't be tired when the show's over.
No, because are you Central?
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
10 o'clock there, yeah. So for you old folks like Gabe, you can
Yes.
stay up and watch us.
Ancient. Yeah, compared to you, I'm so old.
Yes, don't let this fool you. It's like people are breaking pecans every time I get up from the couch. Everything crackles slightly. And for some reason, I feel like I can't get off the couch without moaning now. So I've got to.
Oh, that kind of moan. Okay, that's called the groan, not a moan. Those are two completely different sounds. You're not going, oh, when you get up.
No, it's not a pleasure moan. It's
not. Yeah, it's on the toilet. Is that Speedy Gonzalez?
It is. I wore this just for you. Okay. I went and changed.
I literally looked in my I could see. I picked my head up like I could see your picture lower. That makes no sense. Here, let me. What you got down there?
What?
Did you paint that painting behind you?
This is not me. This is my nephew.
That's really good. I like that.
Alexis out in South Texas painted this, and I have a couple of his paintings that he did. He's one of those people that started painting over during COVID. And
is it acrylic? Is it? Oh, it's not oil. Is that too many questions you don't know? Oh, here. I don't normally drink like this, but I'm not sure about your product placement. So,
Oh yes, thank you. We're not sponsored yet, so. But how was your day?
I did some plumbing, and I built a. I'm doing a house where they have all these built-in cabinets, and we're turning one of these built-ins in the hallway into an area where we're putting the washer and dryer. So I had to cut out like the middle, and I'm keeping the doors, but then I had to extend the back of it into another room, and then I have to put all this plumbing in. So yeah, so I'm tired, but
For the
I got a lot accomplished.
for the folks that don't know you from last week or from the other put together, do you want to tell them what you do?
Well, I remodel houses, but I'm actually a real estate investor would be my correct term, because I don't work for other people. I work for me. Sometimes I buy them, flip them, sell them, but most of the time I buy them, hold them, and then or buy them, remodel them, and then rent them to college kids primarily.
So correct me. A real estate, what did you say?
Investor.
Investor, is that the same as flipping houses, or is that a different thing?
Yeah, I mean a house flipper. If that's what they do, that would be a real estate investor. Now I'm a hands-on flipper, so the ones that are. I knew you were gonna smile. The ones that there's plenty of people that just put money into a project. They pay somebody like a contractor to do all the work, and then they flip it for profit. But in the area I'm in, there's not enough profit to just hire somebody to do all the work, because it would just cost too much, and I wouldn't make any money. So I'm a hands-on where I do. So I'm a little bit of everything. I can do a little bit of everything. I'm really, really good at a few things, and I can do pretty much anything though.
So I don't know if I even asked you. It's gonna sound like I'm interviewing you, but
It's perfectly fine. They
Um,
don't know me.
did you know this before you went into it, or were you like
Nope.
many people who Google stuff?
I went to it. We know each other, but we don't know each other that well. But I'm the kind of guy that if I decide I want to do something, I just do it. When I decided I wanted to start making movies and do shorts and stuff like that, I just bought a whole bunch of equipment and started doing it. I'm still going to make my feature. You're still going to be in it, but that maybe the end of this year, maybe. But no, I didn't know. I didn't grow up in construction background at all. I learned a lot of things from YouTube and just going out and doing it. I had construction all around me, people who knew it, so I'd call them for advice, or I just hired a professional and I just watched them. You watch them. That sounds creepy, but you just watch them work, and then which they love, of course.
You watch the men work with their woodies.
I watch the men on their hands and knees working. Yes. You want to come out for the next one?
I feel like I could be in real estate.
You could be an investor. You need some money.
I never said about investing.
Oh well, that's how you get to stare. If you're the money man, you're the one in charge.
Can't you just sit there and judge them like American Idol and be like, "Excuse me"?
I could, but I'd have to have a mirror because I do all the work.
Excuse me, that's crooked. Can you do that again? Can you re-nail that?
Oh, they would love you.
You didn't do that slab right. Do that again. Actually, when my parents retired and moved to Mexico, to the ranch, when they first bought the ranch, it was just orange trees. It was just an orchard. So they built nothing, but the family helped. They brought in this. He's passed now, but it was my brother-in-law's brother-in-law who worked in homes. Now, my parents did work in homes when they lived in Dallas. They worked in manufactured homes. But when we were laying down the cement, the foundation, all of us were helping, like mixing cement and shoveling and wheelbarrows. And all. I was like, I got this. So I learned that. They never let me handle the hammer, though, because I sucked. I sucked at nailing, but
you're not good at handling hammers.
I wasn't good with the nails and the hammer, but I could carry those woods across the ranch like nothing. But I did. This is something people don't know about me. I enjoy like manual labor stuff. I get into it. I like. I think it's just from watching my parents grow up. They worked for Fox and Jacobs Homes in Dallas, Texas. They were big in Texas. They were all manufactured homes. My mom worked in the cabinet department, and my dad worked in the wood cutting department, where they would just cut all the wood to
Okay.
Mexico.
Yep.
My dad lost 3 fingers in an accident in one of the machines. It just cut them off. But my mom, when they build their house, she basically helped make her own cabinets because she's like, I know how to make them. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so go mom. Like,
Oh yeah, that's a great skill too. I got a buddy who does that for a living. Sorry, my cat's attacking my foot.
well, she hears talking about wood. So.
But yeah, the cabinetry and finish carpentry. That's one of the things I'm not the best at. I just buy pre-manufactured cabinets and stuff. But yeah, the finish carpentry, you know, takes time and effort. And there's certain things I wish I was better at, like mud and taping. But it's just something. If you don't do these things every day, you just can't. You won't get better at it. And that's why some of these things you just have to be like, okay, I know how to do this, but it's going to take me 5 days to do something that literally takes my crew of 2 guys to do in a day and a half. So I'd rather just pay them the money. And that's where, you know, as an investor, that's the decisions you have to make is what am I going to do to save me money and labor, and what am I going to hire out, you know. But this one, the house I'm working on right now, unfortunately, isn't one of my houses. It's the guy. I have a private money guy who gives me my money to buy and acquire my properties. And
sugar daddy?
Well, he's a sugar lawyer daddy, but yeah.
Even better.
Yeah. If you owed him what I owe him, it's the sugar daddy if you don't have to pay it back at 12% interest. It's not a sugar daddy if you're paying him 12% interest. But he's got a property. It used to be his grandfather's place, and that's what I'm doing a remodel, but I have a very small budget, unfortunately, and it's proving to be a little bit of one of the more difficult ones because it's a huge house and I have this tiny little budget. So
if we had had more time, I would ask to see the pictures from the last house so I could show them on the screen. Next time you come on.
Next time, yeah.
You got a good taste in colors. You were very unique in your color.
I'm so sick and tired of gray and white. Everything is gray and white, gray and white, gray and white. And I do still a lot of gray and white. Like if I'm going to sell the house, except for the hacienda, I do a lot of grays and whites. But that's only because you have to appeal to the masses. But no, my own kitchen at home is fire engine red, and I have dark cabinets with a white quartz countertop. And then all my rentals are, you know, I've got various oranges and yellows for my kitchens because it just, when you walk in, here's this big, beautiful, bright thing rather than this lame thing. Like, no, I'd love to do like an actual Mexican style house once. But I got to find the right house for it. That last one was more of a Spanish Mediterranean, so it wouldn't have worked. But the other thing I'm looking forward to is this place has this really cool Egyptian tile. And I'm going to do an Egyptian, one of my rentals, one of my next ones is going to have an Egyptian bathroom. I'm probably going to have a gold toilet and gold vanity and all this ostentatious stuff. And then. Oh,
no, I don't have my regular mic. Sorry.
Yeah, you sound like like a laptop. I'm sure I'm just the same. But yeah, I'm going to do an Egyptian style. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to do it. Oh, you dropped your ear. Testes. 1, 2, testes. 1, 2, testes.
What is that? Can you hear me?
Are you, go ahead. Well, I know I'm waiting for you to test because I can tell the difference too. Go ahead and say something. Are you still connecting? All right. Well, anyway. Oh, can't hear you at all now.
Can't hear me?
There you are. Yep, now you're better. Now you're clearer. You're definitely clearer on the mic. On the ones and the twos, the ones and twos. But anyway, yes, an Egyptian bathroom. So I'm really looking forward to that. I just gotta acquire another property so that I can do something like that.
There you go. Can you hear me now?
Absolutely.
Is it better?
You're a little hot. You're a little hot on the mic, but it is better.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to put out my microphone that I usually put out.
You were just a little echoey. You could tell it was, or your computer mic.
Yeah. It's over there. Now it's here. I hope that's better.
It is.
It's better now. Yes. Thank you for
definitely much Much clearer.
Yeah, I usually have. That looks weird, but I usually have the stand-up mic, and because Christian. Good, it's better now. And the thing is, I was out to lunch. I had a long lunch with a friend of mine, and then as I got in my car, a referral came in for a reading, and he's like, "Can you read me at 5 o'clock?" And I forgot too. I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like I'll read you at 5, whatever." So then I was like, "Dang, we're going at 6 today." Like, so I'd already like come home and scheduled the time, and I'm like, I can't change it. Once you do it, you can't change it. So I was like, "Oh." And then I text Christian, and Christian's like, "I don't feel well. See if Gabe's available." And that's so everything happened like so. You're lucky I changed shirts. I had a Coca-Cola shirt on, so yeah.
A Coca-Cola shirt? Oh, are you
Yeah.
sponsored? You're not sponsored by Coke?
No, I'm not sponsored, but Coca-Cola. If you're watching and you want to sponsor the show,
and Bud Light, if you'd like to.
just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm not one to turn down sponsorships. I'm not that.
You're not too proud to beg.
If I wasn't for drugs, I'm not going to do it for sponsors. So. By the way, we want to remind everybody you are watching the Christian and Daniel show. Christian is under the weather today, so our special guest host is Gabe Ledo joining us today. Remember watching us on one of the 4 channels. You're either on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter. If you do us a favor and share the show, comment, and join the conversation. We'd love to hear from you.
And smash the subscribe button.
Smash the subscribe button. Like the videos. You help us a lot by just sharing and liking and commenting. It ups our numbers and it makes us look good. So I think ever since we went on StreamYard, people have been watching more. I think because it looks better than just here's a live stream. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think because you were doing it through Facebook last time, right? Or before, just through Facebook.
First it was Facebook, and then we did Zoom for a little bit.
That's right, Zoom. That's right. Yep.
And but we like all the to all the folks at StreamYard, we like all of the stuff that goes on here, like ticker and the names and the.
It's called a Krylon. You're old. You called it a ticker. It's called a Krylon now.
That Christian was sick. What the hell's going on?
No, I gotta pick. He's texting me all the insults to say.
I would not doubt it one bit. That he's like I don't feel well, but I have enough energy to text Gabe. Like whatever.
Does he have a tummy issue?
He's not. He wasn't feeling well. I think it's something he ate this time.
Yeah.
Here's a note for you folks: do not eat canned. What do you eat?
You want to eat horse meat fresh. You don't want to have it canned.
Yeah. No. What was it? Clam chowder. He ate canned clam chowder. Yeah. I'm like, I don't like clam chowder, but I would have told you. Like, but I didn't know there were 2 types of clam chowder till I went to Florida. There is the New England clam chowder, which is the cream sauce, right?
Yep.
And then there's a red sauce clam chowder. I like the red sauce clam chowder. I don't know about you folks out there watching. Did y'all know that there are 2 types of clam chowder?
I've never had I don't think I've ever had the red. I may have.
Hi, Crystal.
A lobster. Hi, Crystal. Crystal likes my stuff, so I'm gonna say I like Crystal. She likes me.
Crystal is in the East Coast. Aren't you in the East Coast, Crystal? Do you know that there are 2 types of clam chowder, a red and a white sauce? This is my mission today, to clarify this.
You're like the kid from Jerry Maguire. The human head weighs 8 pounds. Did you know the human head weighs 8 pounds?
Yeah, there you go. See, I am right. It's called the Cleveland clam chowder. Yes. So that's the red one. It's to me, it tastes better.
Is it like a red pasta sauce, or is it just a red? Like, is it really red, or is it more pinkish, like a lobster bisque would be?
Now you're just asking too many questions.
I'm just wondering if it's a bisque sauce, or if it's like a vodka sauce, or I'm just curious if it's what it is.
Well, you keep talking. I'm going to Google it.
What am I supposed to talk about now? You're looking up clam chowder, and I'm supposed to talk about what? If I've had New England clam chowder, although I don't eat clam chowder anymore because when I was, I don't know, I used to love it. I mean, it was one of my favorites. And then when I was like, I think probably 12 or 13, for some reason I decided to spit one of the clams back out onto the spoon just to see what it looked, because I never looked at it. And then when I looked at it, I'll never eat another clam in my life. It was the weirdest look. Mussels are not, I've never had an oyster. I have no desire to eat an oyster. I have anything that runs me the risk of getting sick like immediately after eating it, because there was like, make sure, I got some bad oysters. I'm like, ugh. Oh, it's broth, like Crystal says.
Yeah.
So it's real thin then.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a thin red. I wonder what that. It must be some kind of broth. I don't know. I've never had that. I've never had that. Should we talk about what kind of top ramen we've had after this? We've had chicken, beef, or Oriental, which is my favorite. Oriental's my favorite top ramen. I don't know if that helps with your clam chowder search, but well, I just thought I'd throw that out there. That I don't really care for the beef or the chicken or the shrimp. I mean, those are the tiniest shrimps in the world. Boston clam. Everything's called.
Oh, Boston clam chowder or Cleveland? Because you're stressing me out now.
It's from Cleveland and Boston town. Over by.
Oh, here you go. Boston clam chowder restaurant.
Greenwich Village. Oh, he's reading. Look at those glasses.
Well, I'm trying to figure out.
You look this looks like the beginning of a adult film with your librarian glasses on. Oh, let's put this up for you, sir.
So you want some chowder? Come on in.
Oh man.
Okay, so but the white sauce. The reason I don't do the white sauce is because it has dairy in it, and I don't like that.
You're a non-dairy.
I'm a non-dairy gay, and
I was going to use the other term, but I wasn't sure. I got to be PC.
Yes, I get you.
It's funny though if it rhymes, right? I mean, it's funnier. You know what I was going to say, yeah. You have godparents.
Red chowder is nicknamed Boston clam chowder. Oh, okay. I like mussels and clams, and I like oysters on the half shell.
It makes sense that Crystal's on Facebook because she's giving us a whole half information, and none of it's probably true. She's like, I think it might be this or it might be that. I don't know. Make your own decisions. And our algorithm will decide how we feel.
It's called the Jersey clam chowder.
Boston clam chowder from New Greenwich Village. From Martha's Wineyard.
I prefer the Arizona clam chowder. It's fresh.
Ooh. Yes. Next, we should talk about our favorite stew.
Okay, so what is you said ramen? You like? Are you a big ramen guy?
Well, I mean, if I'm talking about the when you're poor, the ramen. Have you ever seen those videos? Have you ever seen the videos where they take top ramen, out of the package and they fix like broken toilets?
Yes.
Yes. Amazing. It's amazing. And they look I'm like, that looks like porcelain. It's crazy. They take a bunch of whatever that stuff is, which is not, there's zero nutritional value in any of that stuff. And how I lived from my early 20s, I don't know, or from my late teens to early 20s, because all I ate, because I was poor, and top ramen was literally 15 cents a bag or package. I just grab a whole tray off and boom. And all I eat for top ramen is Oriental. That's it.
That's all you like?
That's the only one I like. I don't like the chicken at all. The beef is and the shrimp is creepy because those shrimp they look like the seahorses used to get in a little package and you poured them in which were shrimp, I think, in reality.
I feel like you could like fill in stuff with the shrimp. The shrimp is just weird. But what I like to do is get the chicken or the beef flavored one. And then here at the stores, they sell the shredded chicken already, and I'll toss it in there, give it a little more substance, or throw in some, like even if I just have a canned vegetable, throw in some canned vegetables. You're gonna like this one. But Crystal, tell us how you really feel.
I'm not sure. I think she said she repaired it and then she used it and then she was really happy after
She was able to poop in it.
She
She
couldn't
was
use
so
the
happy.
toilet except for the top ramen. But see, the thing is,
Or the top ramen clogged her toilet.
and now she's just laughing because sometimes life just gives you lemonades.
Sometimes you feel like a poop, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't. No, I didn't realize till I think it was probably honestly maybe 2 years ago. I didn't realize you could put things in top ramen. Like I didn't know that was just a base for whatever you wanted to put it until I actually had real ramen at a restaurant because I knew there was stuff and I had no idea that you were supposed to put things in it. So my entire life, I had no idea that things went in. That's how poor I was because we didn't know you could put things in the noodles.
You were so poor you didn't even have ideas. That's how poor you were.
I was so broke I couldn't pay attention. Yeah, I thank you for that. That's I've had that joke since I was a kid.
Oh.
Exactly. That's how I fix cracked toilets. Just don't tell the next buyer.
Then some buyer's going to watch this video, and they're going to come to your house and be like knocking on everything. Like,
why does this sound hollow? I don't understand.
Something smells noodly around here. Were you under a rock, Gabe? You've been deprived. Yes, I'm
a poor guy from the Midwest. We didn't know. We don't have culture.
I remember my neighbor. We would go to the dollar store and buy the whole carton of noodles, and
for $1.
He's the one that showed me like when it's boiling to throw the egg in there.
Yep.
And I was like, what are you doing? Like what do you mean? And then honestly, folks, and I've talked about this before, so it's no secret. When I went to jail, that's where they taught me how to make like fancy noodles.
Well, yeah, you got it because you had them in the concession or the what's it called? The canteen.
The commissary.
Commissary, yep.
Yeah.
Commissary, yeah. Canteen.
I don't know how I would know that.
Yeah.
I didn't have any money in there. I was only there for 4 days. But
4 days. Wow.
Which in gay time, that's a long time in jail. That's for somebody boozy like me.
So there's a gay time. This is a new one. You have to explain gay time.
Yeah, there's. I mean, I wasn't like rich bougie. I was just. I thought I was rich bougie, which is very different. Which is very different.
So you knew about the thrift store long before that rap guy.
Oh, I did thrift stores. I knew. Well, okay. So true story. When I was about. Not the lie stories that I usually tell. This was the real one. This is the real story. When I was about, I guess 9 or 10, we lived in Dallas, so we would go to the flea market, and there's this huge flea market in Dallas called Traders Village. There's one in Dallas and there's one in Houston. And I think I turned 10, and my parents were finally like, "Here's some money. Go by yourself, like go wander out." Because it was like, do I have to go with y'all? Like I don't want to go to the my dad loved to go to the tools. Like I don't want to go to the tools. So like fine, just go and meet us here at this time. Like sure. And I discovered secondhand clothes, and I found like Levi's that I could afford 3 pairs of Levi's for the same price that I would buy one at the mall. And I was like, people at school aren't going to know. Like, what the hell? So I started buying clothes at resale shops like forever. I didn't have my first new pair of Levi's till I turned 21. Then I bought it for myself. And I thought they were like $80. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, if you live anywhere near a suburb and they have a Goodwill, that's the best place to go for anybody out there who wants to get some. Go out to the bougie rich neighborhood and go to the Goodwill there because that's where you're going to find your $5 expensive, finds.
But you've got to take your time. You don't go there in a hurry. Don't rush. Take your time and go through everything. Because man, I used to find in Houston, all my clothes were like nice clothes, but I always found them at resale shops. Nobody knew. I still have a pair of jeans from resale shop.
My best find at a thrift shop was I had what did I get? I think it was probably my junior year in high school. Probably I found a bright yellow leisure suit, and it fit me. It was a little loose on me, but it was a polyester bright yellow. I wore that thing all the time. And I had these, those red cowboy pajamas, with the buttons, and then they have the trap door in the back. I wore that, and then I put the leisure suit on, so I was like ketchup and mustard. I swear to God. Yeah. Is it any wonder I got picked on? I mean, I lived in a town, the population was 725 people, not 1,000, not 125. And I'm wearing a bright yellow leisure suit going, why do people think I'm weird? I don't know. Why?
Now, how old were you?
I was at least 16, at least. Oh yeah, I didn't care, man. I didn't give a F, if you know what I mean. I did not care. I've always been Gabe, and I'll always be Gabe. And if you don't like me, I don't care.
So I guess this is the question for the second half hour of the show. Are you a fan of shopping at resale shops, secondhand clothes, or are you a yucky, never there kind of person?
What's your best find? Yeah, what's your best find?
I'll tell you that in a minute. So for everybody watching, this is the Christian and Daniel Show. You are watching us either on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter. And my special guest host today is Mr. Gabe Ledo, right here and right there. And his kitty. We want to send Christian a big hug. He's not feeling well today, but he'll be back next week. Yeah, so the question in this next half hour is, are you a fan of shopping at secondhand stores? And what's your
best find? Yeah, best find. I want to know, even if it wasn't like I got something that was a Rembrandt. I bought it for $7 and it was worth $25 million. But no, what was the coolest thing you ever found? To McDonald's with customers. That was a good one. Crystal's taking my spot when I'm not on the chat. That's awesome.
Everything rotates. Everything rotates.
Smash that like button on that comment, everyone. Smash it. That's
what we like about our viewers is that they're like, what? Gabe spot's available. Who's going to take Gabe's spot today? Design on a dime. Yeah. In the valley, in the Texas Valley where my sister lives, when she moved there, hold on a second. I love to spend time in these stores and find treasures. Yes, amazing deals, but mostly kink.
that took a turn. Hello, nurse.
This has got you back. She got you. But in the Texas Valley, because it's right there on the border, right? They bring in secondhand clothes, but they just throw them on this hill of clothes. It's just this mound of clothes in this huge warehouses, and basically you climb up to the top, and you start just digging and digging to see what you can find. And back then, this is in 1983, 84. You would pay $9 a pound for clothes, no matter what was in it. You bring your own bags and they weigh them. And I found I think the guy said it was like a 1930s trench coat, like one of those mobster trench coats. That was already vintage when I bought it, and I've had it since I was 13 years old. It's still in my closet.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. That's been my best.
Unlike you, it's still in the closet.
But like me, it's falling apart.
I just sent that joke to somebody today. I was in a closet and I took a video and said, "Look, I'm in the closet." And then I came out and I said, "Look, I'm out of the closet." I can't not. Did you ever see when I sang to my tape measure?
You sang to your tape measure?
I did. It was it had to be, yeah, it was probably early last year. I was walking around and I was singing in an opera tone. I gave an ode to my tape measure. I don't remember how it went, but it was good. I don't know why I remember that. Sorry, my ADD kicked in. Anyway, Crystal has a comment.
Go ahead.
Here's the trick. You go to thrift stores in rich cities, and it's gold. That's what I was saying earlier. She's writing down the stuff I'm saying, pretending it's her own. Anyway, people tell me their coach, does the coach's wife know? Gucci and Kate Spade and Burberry. Oh, Coach purses. I get you. Then I buy those items and sell them on eBay. Oh, yeah, she flips. She's a flipper. You can flip. I went and bought a quartz countertop at Menards for $200. It was just full kitchen worth of quartz. It was normally, I think, brand new. Those things, they were about $1,500. They had it marked at $600. I got them down to $200. Took it out. Didn't fit where I needed to put it. Turn around. I flipped it and sold it for $600. So I made $400 profit. But I had to move it 3 times, and that was heavy.
My best thrift store find was a 1970s Tupperware pitcher. The light tan ones with the little flowers on the side.
Was it Major League?
Huh?
Major League, or was it semi-pro or Major League?
No, not holla. she's hollering at you.
So I love throwing you off your stories. It's my favorite thing. You're the one who said he was a tan pitcher. I just figured you were describing somebody you knew back in the day, you know. He was a beautiful tan pitcher. He had flowers in his hair. And boy, he had a hell of a fastball. And don't get me started on his slider.
He was more of a catcher, but we're not going to get into that. But I love finding old dishes and
so I know what you're talking about, with the little knob on the top, and the one end was braided and the other end was open. Oh yeah, everybody. I remember those. Yeah. We had those. So and they were always they weren't clear anymore because from all the Kool-Aid you made in them, they were always scratched up on the inside.
Yeah. My mom, we had one of the orange ones, and this is a tan one, but I found it here at the store here in Laguna Beach. I wanted a new pitcher, and I was like, ooh. And then I looked, I'm like, this is Tupperware. And it was like marked for $1. I'm like, it's going home. Bring it home. We got this. And I hear Tupperware. Tupperware's expensive. Tupperware's expensive stuff.
I think it was like 5-6 years ago. My sister works or did the Tupperware thing. And we bought some for $700 in Tupperware. I decided to spend, and I still have stuff. I'm like, it's just sitting there. It's never been used. I'm like, I just wanted Tupperware, and I went crazy. I was like, I could finally afford Tupperware, so I went a little crazy, you know.
But it is. I went on the website, and I was like $19 for 4 plates. I'm like, you're crazy. Like,
it's guaranteed for life. So if you you could melt them in a microwave, you could do whatever, and you just bring it back to your rep, and they give you new ones. And if they don't have those, they give you the newest model.
Although I have to admit, I did pay $19 for this one thing. Hold on, it's because it reminds you of my mom. We used to have it's this thing that you put like stuff in liquid, like pickles or something in it. When you raise it up, it pulls out of the juice. And you can grab it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So my parents used to have jalapenos in it. It always had jalapenos, and you pull it out, grab the jalapenos, and you put it back in the vinegar. And ever since my mom died, I wanted one. I wanted one, and people that I know that work for Tupperware, I kept telling them, send me your link. I want to buy something. Send me your link. They never did. So I finally just ordered it online, and it was $9. And I'm like, it's from my mom, damn it. It's from my mom.
Well, that's like when you buy Pampered Chef stuff, it's really expensive as well. That stuff can get crazy. But $19, I mean, think about it. So get a little personal. The underwear I wear is $25 a piece. You know how long it took me to realize that you could spend, that's a lot of money for one pair of underwear.
For one pair.
They're fantastic. They're by Duluth Trading. They're their buck naked underwear, and they're fantastic. And there's other brands out there that are like the high end. They're like $50-$60 per pair. But I'm like, there's no way I'm ever gonna spend. So I bought some of those when I think I got a gift card, and I bought some, and now every year I get a gift card for it, and that's all I buy from them is the underwear. They have the best boxer briefs ever. I just love them. So
I'm a Fruit Loom guy. I'm still big on Fruit Looms. Not the whitey tighties anymore. I don't wear whitey tighties, but
yeah, anymore. Sure,
Fruit
what
Loom.
since yesterday?
You know what? Don't judge me. I still like that old time rock and roll when I'm home alone. Really, your mom sold Tupperware for 20 years? My mom tried to get into it, but she never. My mom was like me. I don't want to sell. Like I'll buy stuff. I don't want to sell it. Like I don't. But that's pretty cool. I bet you made some good money too out of that. Like Tupperware stuff. That's why you buy Tupperware and Pepper Chef on eBay, brand new and less money.
And I think if you a Tupperware rep and you buy old crappy Tupperware at Goodwill, you could probably bring it to your rep and get the new stuff. Insider secret. I don't know if you could, but I don't know why you couldn't. I mean, they're not gonna. It's not like they check receipts.
Well, when Christian's parents moved out of their house and we did the clean out, everything we found, like if there was a set of dishes, I was like, hold on, let me Google that. Nope, we're not selling that. I'm taking that home. What about that? Nope, not selling that. What do you mean dollars? No, that's at least $20. Nope. I was like, no, we're gonna make money out of this. So I was not letting him have it. Like, no. His mom had good stuff. She had a lot of new. His mom knew how to dress. She had some nice stuff and clothes. This is when I was like, man, like if I were into women's clothes, I would have taken them off. Like it was good stuff.
If we know what you do on Saturday.
Shut up! Don't judge me, Gabe.
I'm not judging you. I'm saying we all know. Just be you. Hey, be you.
And why? It's not on Saturdays. It's Taco Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesdays.
I dress fancy for Taco Tuesdays. Thank you very much. Just in case anybody was wondering, that is Speedy Gonzalez on my T-shirt. Just making sure that
you wear 6-inch heels so you get over 5 feet.
So I can look over the camera. Why are you mad at me, mean? I don't understand.
I don't know.
By the way, you didn't send me your pick of the week. I don't know if you have a pick of the week.
I only watched one thing and I hated it.
Okay, well, what is it?
It's that Mortal Kombat, the new one. The Mortal Kombat on HBO was dreadful. It was nothing but fight scenes and it was so boring. Boring.
So let me put it in here so people know.
But I am doing a Game of Thrones
rewatch. With the K, right?
Yeah, Mortal. Yep, Mortal Kombat with a K, correct.
Well, let's do that. Gabe, you ready for your pick of the week?
I am. My pick of the week is not Mortal Kombat because it was dreadful. Well, if you like superhero movies, I think you'll like this movie. I'm back and forth on superhero movies, but it was too much origin, not enough fighting. I thought it was going to be like the video game where it was going to be more tournament style, and it wasn't. So I guess I was expecting more like Balls of Fury, and I got more of an origin story. I just didn't care for it. And of course, the ending is completely set up for the sequel, which I will not be watching. So that is my pick of the non-pick of the week.
That's sad. I mean, I heard a lot of hype about it, so I'm not that's not my kind of movie, so I probably will not watch it.
It doesn't mean people won't like it. It's just I didn't like it. Like I said, I'm very hit and miss when it comes to superhero movies. But
was it the expectation that you had for it, or?
Yeah, I thought because it was rated R. It was. No, that's what I'm saying. It had a lot of fight scenes, and I found myself watching my phone for other things. I just didn't care. I did not care. I was doing other things while it was on. I did. And now I'm doing a Game of Thrones rewatch, and all I do is sit there and watch it. That's how good that show is compared to, some terrible. It just wasn't good. It's like Transformers. I don't know if the first Transformers when they were fighting at the end of it, I couldn't tell who was winning because it was just big machines. You couldn't tell who was the Decepticon and who was the other guy. It was just, I don't know. I didn't care for it.
All right.
I'm sorry.
And my pick of the week.
That's my pick. You got to do yours. There you go.
My pick of the week is Rutherford Falls. Rutherford Falls is on Peacock or NBC, but it's a Peacock original, so go check it out there. It is Ed Helms, and I forget the girl's name. They don't have her on here, but oh yeah, Jane. Hold on a second. Schmaden. It's about this reservation and the history of this town and everything they have to go through it. Ed Helms is one of the original white people that came to this reservation and negotiated with the American Indians. And it's a lot of like bad history and this negotiations that they do with each other to keep the land. There's only one season out, and their episodes are really small, and it's a really smart comedy. So you really have to pay attention to the stories and how they talk about each other. But definitely check it if you like those kind of like smart comedies like The Office and Parks and Recreations. Then you'll definitely like Rutherford Falls. So go check it out. It's on Peacock. It's streaming as one of their original shows. So go check it out.
Well, that sounds good. I like both The Office and Parks and Rec.
The first episode, I was like, I don't know where you guys are going with this. So I watched the first episode and then I left it alone. And then I was trying to watch something light, and I watched the second episode and it caught my attention. Now that I've been whole first season and it's really good. My pick of the week is Bleeding Edge on Netflix. Oh. Documentary about medical devices and the system of approving medical devices. Glad I watch it because I know what parts I want when I get my hip replacement. Okay, cool. So when you go bionic, you know exactly what you're getting. That's pretty cool.
And
I hadn't heard about that.
There's going to be an earthquake, and Crystal's going to get.
Went wrong. Please try again.
Who was that? Daniel, the call came from inside the house.
No.
I was describing Crystal's origin story. She's going to get her hip replacement, and then she's going to have an earthquake. And then during the earthquake, there's going to be a radiation.
Is that you?
And then,
Crystal, is that you?
and then Crystal's going to get her superpowers from her. She'd be super hip girl.
Well,
So super hip girl just walks around just being, cool all the time. She's super hip.
well, I don't know if you knew this, but Crystal is military as well.
Yeah, I did. I've clicked on her profile because she laughs at my stuff, so I checked her out.
Yeah. So,
audiences.
one of the most amazing advocates out there, really strong in the community. She does a lot of stuff. She's kick-ass, which she hasn't been on my show. She needs to come on the podcast. So
Absolutely. Who's the It's only on Facebook. It was only once.
it was for research, Crystal.
What's the story with little Jesus back there? I could see him when you were big screened. I finally saw him, but he's right by your sodium rock or whatever that thing is.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is from Missy, Nurse Miss from TikTok. She has those, and we became friends. So she sent me one for my birthday.
Is it the South Park one? Is it the South Park Jesus? Do you know? Oh, you knocked him down. You have to go say 17 Hail Marys. Oh no, it's just a different Jesus.
Yeah. So it's a little. They call it a little pocket Jesus.
Pocket Jesus.
Yeah. So
Well, there you go. I just couldn't tell if it was the South Park one or not because I like that one was funny.
you're welcome.
You got a lot of W's and E's. What's up, Michael?
Well, Michael, what happened was that you were so in love with Gabe last week. You didn't listen to the fact that we changed our time. So yes, the new time for the Christian and Daniel show is 6 p.m. on Wednesdays. We made it earlier so that all of our friends on the East Coast can watch the show. So, and Gabe is co-hosting today because Christian was not doing well. So we invited him.
I wonder what happened to Christian. I wonder how he got sick.
He's alive. He is still alive.
Well, I wouldn't kill him.
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't hurt him. If I was going to poison somebody, we all know it would be you.
What hole in the backyard? That sounds super dirty.
He does. That's why you gotta say pocket Jesus. It sounds a lot less dirty.
Pocket Jesus. Jesus is watching. Jesus is watching you. Be careful.
Yeah. Well, he shouldn't be peeping then.
Yes, we're bringing it back.
But what was in the clam chowder that made him sick?
Huh?
It's almost like someone's trying to steal his spot on the show.
Oh. I don't know. The package just got delivered. We don't know where it came from.
With 4 minutes notice. Yes.
Funny how you were just ready. I'm doing nothing, just playing a video game.
Jeez, what do you need me for? I couldn't imagine why Christian wouldn't feel well. I don't understand. This is such a shock. I had no idea.
Christian, if you're watching this, take notes.
Christian, you know if you're watching this that you know who I would be. Oh, there we go. Who I would poison. It's a clouder. It's a chow. It's a chowspiracy. It's a
chowspiracy. Oh, there we go. Chowder conspiracy. Yes.
Chowspiracy.
It's a chowspiracy. Something must be done. Let's get to the bottom of this. But yes, Michael, since you're so in love with Gabe, here it is. In fact, here we go.
Oh, there he is. Star of the show. Welcome to the Gabriel and Nobody Else show. You don't need anybody else.
You and your personalities got this covered. All of you.
First time I've said my real name in a long time. That's weird.
You don't go by. I've never heard Gabriel.
I got all formal on you. You put me on the spotlight. I got all nervous and formal.
Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth.
I'm sorry, it's Gabriel.
Who sent the chowder? Who sent the chowder?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
You can't handle the chowder.
I sent the red chowder. Why did he should have picked the white chowder.
It wasn't supposed to happen that way.
It was his choice. He was his meal choice. He was the red chowder or the white chowder. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I should have eaten the red chowder.
He saw creamy and he said, "That's mine.
That's my chowder." That'd be a good name brand for the commercials. That's my chowder. Hey, what you eating over there? Oh, that's Gabe's chowder. That's my chowder. It's like the butcher who's got the sign out there says nobody beats on meats.
Oh, how the conversation just turned.
That's my chowder. That's gonna be my tagline from now on. Whenever I want to interrupt you in the middle of one of your shows, I'm just gonna type in "That's my chowder."
That's my chowder. Thank you to our sponsors. By the way, we didn't mention our musical director, Mr. Kai Kalama, whom I had lunch with today. Our set designer, Mr. Checo Doria, and our stage manager, who's actually our co-host today. He's our Gilman of the show. He's here today.
They love me. They really love me. It was Mortal Kombat chowder.
It tricks you that it'll be good, but then it just
finish him.
Oh my God, Christopher, you are on fire today, girl. You've got it on. You've got to be You're gonna be co-host next.
See, that's what I'm telling you. Then I can tag her jokes. See, we can work. We got this thing worked out. We're both military. We know.
Wait a minute. This could have been a solo job. Did you guys cahoots this?
Well, yeah. She's my inside girl.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Now I feel like I need to make chowder for next time.
Just drink chowder. A Christian and Daniel mug. Just this is good chowder. Who needs food? Mugs. Hold on, we got to turn our mugs this way so you can see the logo because it gets put in a weird spot.
Yes, Crystal, if you want to be on the show as a co-host next week, sure to send me a private message on whatever channel you're working on.
You'll get 4 minutes notice.
And I'll let you get over. Gabe and I are battle buddies. That's what you will never be on the show together.
Oh.
That will never happen. That I was about to do it
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
No, I was about to do what's her name?
Sorry.
I can't stand her. That's right. I can remember her
Brush your
name.
shoulder.
What's her name? Taylor Swift. That's a Taylor Swift. Never, ever get it. Huh?
You don't like T Swift?
I do not like. I liked her when she was country. I liked her when she was country.
My wife.
And then when she's like, are you done playing with your little friends? Are you done with that little World Wide Web show?
Now you got to talk while I text.
So for everybody watching, we're almost at the end of the show. We've got minutes to go. But if you're watching on any of the Facebook pages, please do us a favor and like the show. Share it with your friends so they can watch it and put it on your page. If you're watching us on LinkedIn, you can also share this show and make sure that you comment there. If you are on YouTube, do me a favor and scroll down and smash that subscribe button. Press the like button. That'll do us a solid. And if you're on Twitter, will you retweet the show and let your friends and family watch along with you? Remember, we're here every Wednesday, new time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. On Fridays, it's the Card Devo show at 5 p.m. Pardon me, 5 p.m. And Put It Together Conversations on Saturday with 2 episodes at noon and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with new guests on every show. But occasionally we throw in a special show there during the week or at 2 o'clock. So make sure when you're on the pages, you hit the notification so that you can get notified whenever we have a new show coming up. Even if the show is over and you're watching this on replay, you can still be part of the conversation. Join us, and I'll make sure that any questions or comments get back to Gabe. What is that? Gabe's wife is calling about a Postmate receipt about.
Did you approve this? It's in California. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Who are you sending chowder to?
Why is there a $50 tip? Oh, well. Because he added a few extra ingredients.
You'll thank me one day, woman. You'll thank me one day.
I'm a star.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn.
4 channels.
I'm on 4 channels, whatever that is. I'm a fish.
Oh, you're welcome, Galita. Thank you for joining us. So happy that you're here. Yeah, and if you are interested in being a co-host on the Christian and Daniel Show or a guest on Put It Together Conversations, make sure you send us a message and let us know on whatever channel you're watching on. Send us a private message and we'll get to it and we'll get back to you with information. Make sure to include your email address so that we can get back to you.
Chowda. Say it again. Say it. Chowda. He watches The Simpsons.
Is that what it is? But anything else before we go, Gabe?
Don't forget when you want to be on the show to put in your $50 application fee. I'll give you my Venmo. It'll be in the private messages.
Yes, we're very expensive here.
Yeah.
These T-shirts don't buy themselves. I need the shirts.
I had to buy a $20,000 bike to get this shirt.
Shout out. I feel like that's gonna be a thing now. Like
that's my chowder.
That's my chowder. So
you gotta make
send us your best That's My Chowder video.
That's my chowder.
And we will, if you send us a That's My Chowder video, we'll make sure to highlight it in the next episode of Christian and Daniel. Yes, we're gonna have to make our own videos so I can put them on a reel and show them here. If you would like to be highlighted on the Christian and Daniel Show, send us your best. What is it? What is the game?
That's my chowder. Hey, what's there? Oh, what am I eating? I'm having Gabe's chowder. That's my chowder.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. But anyway, man, thanks you for jumping in. I really appreciate you being available.
No problem. I got a new tagline out of this. This is my next $1 million idea.
And you've got a following now, so you're welcome. I'm glad we could do that for you. But thank you so much for being here.
I said usually it's just you follow me around, weirdo.
Usually it's just me stalking you, finding out where you're nailing and wooding. But I'm just in it for the plumber's crack. That's all.
That's why you always have the plumber's putty. That's my job.
You want that plunger now?
No. Nope, everything's moving just fine.
They call me Liquid Drano.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You almost made it.
I was like, yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Gabe, don't go anywhere. Let me just play everybody out. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will see you folks next week. Remember, we are here now at 6:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check your times and make sure that you join us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.